Good evening, this is Parrish with Coffee Break. My topic for the evening is the number 40. As you may remember, after Moses delivered the Israelites out of Egypt, they wandered in the wilderness for over 40 years because of their disobedience. When Moses went up to Mount Sinai to receive the 10 Commandments, the Israelites got impatient and persuaded Aaron to allow them to melt everybody's gold and jewels, and they then made a golden calf which they wanted to make their own god, which was defiling the first commandment, thou shalt have no other gods before me. Moses came down and saw, once he came down from the Mount Sinai, he saw how immoral they were acting, and he threw the stone tablets on the ground, and many lost their lives because of their disobedience. Let's look at Noah. When God told Noah to build the ark, carrying his family and the animal, 2 of each animal known to man on earth, people thought he was crazy. After he completed that task, God allowed it to rain for 40 days and 40 nights, causing a massive flood all over the land. When Jesus went into the wilderness and for 40 days and 40 nights, he fasted and prayed. And each one of those days, Satan tried to tempt him. Satan knew he was hungry, so he told him to turn the stone into bread. And Jesus knew that it was just Satan tempting him. So he told him, man cannot live by bread alone, but by every word that proceeded out of the mouth of God. He then brought him to a high mountain with all the kingdoms of the world. And he told Jesus, if you bow down and worship me, you should have all this. Jesus knew, again, it was just Satan trying to tempt him. And he told Satan to flee. And once Satan knew he could not, tempt Jesus, he left him alone. Now, to current day in politics, unfortunately, let's look at the significance of 40. 43 years ago, with the Voting Rights Act of 1965, passed by President Lyndon Johnson, it took off the restrictions of what was required to vote, which a lot of African Americans and other minorities were restricted from voting because of, one, the illiteracy rate. And once that ban was that law was thrown out, then many African Americans were able to vote. And just 40 years after the death of Martin Luther King Jr., we have our first black president, our African American president, President Barack Obama. In less than 40 days, he passed the $787 billion stimulus package, which would help boost the economy, bring in more jobs, tax breaks for middle-class people, more money into the educational system. So that's a great accomplishment in less than 40 days. So I want to leave this thought with you. What would you do in 40 days? Thank you.